Joey, we're back with an all-new Cold Cans.
Guten Tag, Nicholas.
Oh, da. It's our Halloween, but post-Halloween episode.
No, we're recording this on Halloween day.
That's right.
Not certainly 2 days after it.
Joey's got his lederhosen on, genuine lederhosen.
Genuine leather.
Genuine leather with a genuine piss flap.
I'm strapped to the gills.
No, it looks great. It looks
Thanks,
great.
buddy.
I'm in my lion costume. You'll see the pictures on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of my throwaway. Have a thing ready to go at home just in case I don't ever get something ready.
Which happened this year.
Yet again, that happened.
You look like your internal temperature is about 250 degrees in that costume.
This thing is probably impermeable to water, to air, to anything, and then it has a fake fur lining to it that adds to it.
Between like a sweaty and permeable outfit and my all-leather buckle-clad outfit, we really have something
brewing.
This evening could go in a different direction. Who knows?
Yes.
Depending on, I guess, what we're drinking today.
That's right. It's been a mystery so far, and in line with the haunted season, it's a bit of a mystery to Joseph. And we are going to a costume party later tonight, so we are pre-gaming that with Patrie's Pumpkin. I only had two.
Patrie's Pumpkin.
So our first drink is a pumpkin spice Chardonnay, Joey.
Oh my God.
We're kind of going high class.
This is the worst thing you could say out loud. Oh, mama.
So in honor of the fall season, we're starting with
really
pumpkin spice
it.
Chardonnay. And we have a clove Chardonnay in there yet and an allspice Chardonnay. No, we don't. But I'm going to pour this in our little cups here. We'll just start with a little bit. It's got a nice normal color to it.
Okay. Yeah, this is from, at least have a normal color.
Yes. New Bright Vineyards Pumpkin Spice Chardonnay.
On the nose, what I get immediately on the nose is some pumpkin spice seasoning sprinkled into a bit of a pear, oaky, buttery type wine.
By God, I think you nailed it.
It's like a cheap pear, oaky, buttery wine with a bunch of pumpkin spice seasoning. So let's see how that goes.
And pure corn syrup.
It could have went much worse.
It could have. They do deliver on the branding there for sure. It tastes like that, but it's not good.
There is something with Chardonnay does have like a buttery flavor to it.
Right. It's the right type of wine to do this
for sure. Like a desserty flavor can go in that. But it shouldn't. It's still white wine with pumpkin spice latte seasoning in it. I didn't have a violent reaction to it. We've done some things on this show.
Yeah. That's a positive sign off the bat here because it's going to get worse from here.
My bar, I want to tell you, for this show is so impossibly low, and I will say this did clear it.
Because I was planning it? Okay.
No, anything we do, everything either one of us have picked, we've had some real poisonous sort of stinkers in there. Real toxic, angry. It makes you angry to drink it.
The more I think back to that episode where we were drinking kids' drinks that now have alcohol, I mean, I shouldn't have drank any of those. They were all malt liquor with the gluten thing. I shouldn't have had any of those for one. I was so hungover the next day. I think we already talked about that. But yeah, I will never go back to those again.
Put me in an extremely dark place.
While I was shopping for our beautiful beverages for Pumpkin Patry Week,
Pumpkin Patry
I
Week.
saw there's the Spiked Jones variety pack available as well. We did the vanilla or orange cream soda, but
again, we've done nigh on 200 episodes, 160 or whatever, plus 150 episodes
150,
or so.
Yeah.
Whatever. We've done a lot. We've drank a lot. I think the Spike Jones creamsicle soda thing was the worst thing I've ever drank in my life. No joke. The worst, not home cooked thing is somebody trying to make it swamp water or whatever, in the AMC machine.
Oh yeah.
But actual something somebody packaged and distributed and sold. And
I think the only thing that competes, and we mentioned it on that episode, is the Not Your Father's Mountain Spring Ale or whatever they called it.
It was like Mountain Dew, boozy Mountain Dew.
Yeah, and it was awful.
Mother of God. Well, this isn't that. This is not good, and you shouldn't drink it, but it's not so offensively off-putting.
It's not that bad. I don't think you would want to drink even a whole like 5-ounce glass of this, but it's not that bad to try. Okay,
I want some more.
Well, take some more.
I mean, we got to go to a Halloween party later.
That's true. I got to read the bottle copy anyway. It's my favorite part of the show.
You go to a Halloween party and you're going to have like small talk and you need a little bit of a base to get
spooky.
There. And like catching up. I love all the people we're going to see.
That's true, yeah.
But catching up is always kind of like, seems like we both aren't into it, Well, what's new with you? Well, not much. Work's going all right. Like it's a lot of that.
It's because you don't want to share the boring stuff, even though that's what most of your days are spent doing.
Yeah.
And to some degree, if there is something exciting, but it would take a long time to explain, like say you had a long work thing going on, or you just had even a long travel thing. Yeah. It's fun to like mention the high points of that, but you don't really want to get into the nitty gritty about it.
No.
And so you don't want to talk about that either.
No, I went to Europe for 2 weeks. That's why I'm wearing a lederhosen. It was went to Oktoberfest in Munich.
Which is awesome. We do need to get a recap what you drank.
It's awesome. I love it. And I will recap the drinks for the pod. And yet when people ask like, how's the trip? Part of me is like, I'm very appreciative that you're asking. I also know you don't care. And like, what I'm going to say is like, good, like it was fun, but it's an experience you have to do,
right? And so what do? Do you pick like one or two highlights to tell a story?
Yeah, fun stories. Like, oh, we did this one thing that was actually kind of cool, but I try not to like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the art of it, the balance of it. Yeah. That's what, sometimes like you and I'll hang out, and you maybe have something going on, and Devin will be like, "Oh, did Nick talk about blah? Whatever, like might be something." And I'll go, no, we didn't talk about that. And then she'll be like, why didn't you directly, pointedly ask him? And I go, I asked Nick how things are. And then I let him bring to me what you want to tell me. Like, I don't want to be like, so how's the, you were talking about your W-2 the other day. Let me, whatever. I like a blanket.
I would love to tell you about my W-2.
I like a blanket just... talk to me, what's up? And then you go like, well, I got this thing going, and then I'm interested. But I don't. That was I was like, I can't believe you don't like ask your friends about specific things. I want them to I'm here, but I don't want to like push anything on anyone. You know,
it's a delicate balance, and I think it's different based on who the person is. Obviously, how well you know them, what the relationship is.
For sure.
Yeah, it is hard though.
Well, I hope
tonight
you're well.
We're going to get over the I don't want to talk about it. We're going to get over the hump early tonight because we'll show up blitzed.
Good.
And
you were going to read the copy.
I'm going to read the copy. That's what's new with me. Who says pumpkin spice is just for lattes? Savor the season. Savor the season with our pumpkin spice Chardonnay, featuring notes of nutmeg, cinnamon, and clove, with hints of buttery pie crust and sweet cream. Its coziness meets sophistication, an ideal pairing. Good copy, honestly, and they do capture the buttery pie crust and sweet cream with it. It's very sweet, as you would imagine. It's like a Riesling almost.
It is. This second drink is not going like the first one. I think because the bar was so low, and then, but I mean, the sophistication piece of it, I guess I'd challenge a bit, but I get what they're going with.
Well, it is a glass bottle, so it's pretty sophisticated.
That's true.
It's not a box.
True. It's not a box.
And just for the listener's sake, I am surprising Joey with each drink I unveil here. I have a little cooler next to me.
Do you want me to do like a filler in between each drink, or I could do Joey's jokes? I've been wanting to do a few
fill
jokes.
us up.
So I'll do one joke between each drink. Do you want like a nice, fun, simple joke, or do you want like kind of raunchy? But I liked it, but it's maybe a little too much.
Let's start raunchy.
Oh, start raunchy. I thought you were going the other way. I'll start somewhere in the middle. Well, I'll just start with a simple joke.
Start with whatever's highest on your list.
So the other day, my wife and I were sitting on the couch, and she turned to me and she was like, "Are you even listening to me?" Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, "That's some way to start a conversation."
That's pretty good.
That's not bad. That's a good joke.
I didn't know you were writing Jay Leno opening monologue jokes now. Or that's almost like Bill Maher. I didn't know you were getting into that.
If Bill Maher wanted to be Mitch Hedberg and also written by someone who isn't a comedian whatsoever, you'd get something like that. It's pretty good.
It's not bad, honestly. That's funny. You could post that on an email and it would get forwarded by your dad and his friends. Forward
to 20 people or you will be murdered. All right, that was Joey's jokes.
That's pretty good. Okay, our
right.
next drink coming out of the cooler is an iced pumpkin spice spiked latte. Now, I did drink all of these beforehand.
Okay.
Just to make sure
This
they
one's
weren't
gluten free.
poison.
How
It
much
is
dairy though?
gluten-free.
How much dairy? So
It does contain alcohol. Let's see.
It does contain alcohol. If it's dairy, I want to, but I only want a little bit, or I'll shit my lederhosen.
It's grape wine with natural flavors and caramel color. So I don't
it's
know
no
that there's
dairy.
any dairy in there.
It just looks very milky.
it's cloudy. Yeah.
It's extremely milky.
We're going to shake it up just so we get there. The
bottles.
person at Total Wine said they love this stuff. I'm at the checkout counter. She immediately goes into, I love that. It goes great in coffee, over ice cream, on the yogurt. She's like listing
she was
all of these
selling it?
things. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I already put it on the conveyor belt,
Yeah,
so I'm
be
sold.
done.
I'm sold. And then I was like, oh, yeah, pour it over your cereal. Why not?
Dump it on my fucking dumb head.
And she, I mean, I think she got that it was like a joke. I don't think she took offense
Did she
to it.
glare at you when you said pour it
She
over
did,
my
yeah,
cereal?
that was the last time she spoke to me. And she hit a coupon that actually added 15% to my total.
no.
So that was where
Those
I went
coupons are the
wrong.
worst.
Yeah,
I'll clip those sometimes,
Yep.
and I'm like, God damn it.
I did it again.
Add 20% to your total.
All right,
Why is
cheers.
this even coming in the mail? What the fuck?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of like it.
You know, you have like a wonderful aged eggnog that you've been aging for
yeah.
years.
That's going on 5 years now.
5-year aged
Oof.
eggnog. That,
forgot about
that
that.
milk was 5 years old.
The egg yolks
egg
are
yolk,
5
I
years
meant
old,
egg
and
yolk.
and there is milk, and
5-year-old
heavy cream
eggs.
in it.
Pre-pandemic eggs. And this has like the mass market vibes of eggnog.
Yeah, for sure.
But with, again, just a dump of pumpkin spice latte seasoning on it. It isn't bad. It's better than that wine.
For sure.
The wine's more inventive, though. Wine is an interesting thing. Not a good thing,
Yeah.
but an
I thought it was interesting. You know, when you search Total Wine app, you search pumpkin. Most of it's this kind of stuff. It's like a liqueur or a whatever, a cider.
Yeah.
The wine, that's the only wine that had pumpkin anything to do with it at Total Wine. So that it is more inventive in that way. It's pretty unique and special and sophisticated.
When you're checking out, the lady was like, you can put this on anything. You can put it on and you're like, put it on my cereal.
That is what I said.
You yelled at
And
her,
she's
too.
like, that could never be on Bill Maher.
Joey could be on Bill Maher, but not you. How do you know Joey? Fuck. I love cold cans. I love you guys.
Yeah. I knew you from sight. Okay.
This is good.
This is
I'm
from
a fan.
Iced. ICED is the name of it. It says, for the mixologist in you, enjoy it in a 5-ounce tumbler on ice. Add it to your favorite bowl of ice cream for a delicious treat. Or add 1 part vodka to 2 parts iced pumpkin spice for a wonderful martini. Oh, we might have to do that.
I don't know if it's a wonderful martini.
For
but
a
it's-
wonderful martini.
Dump it down the fucking toilet if you want. I don't care. You bought it.
Produced and bottled in Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, not bad, honestly.
Okay.
14% ABV.
It's firmly in the upper tier of shit we've tried on this show.
Yeah, novelty flavored
yes.
shit. Yeah.
But also, like most novelty flavored shit, it's something that you couldn't drink 2 of. Or 3 of.
Right. Because even
Or
if you're
4
going to
of.
mix it, you could try, and I might. You could mix it into a coffee, just like you would a Bailey's, but
Yeah.
you wouldn't do that more than once. You're not going to have 2 cups of coffee
And you would
with
do it every single day before work.
at work.
No, I agree with you. It's like a
I
fun.
says, boss, that's no way to start a conversation.
Yeah. See? It's good. You ready for another Joey's joke?
Yes, I am.
I'll give you the raunchy one this time.
Okay.
It's not that raunchy, but it's
And this is off the dome, folks. He
A
does
wo-
not have his phone open
a
now.
woman is walking down the street with her 3 daughters,
Okay.
Rose, Lily, and Cinderblock. And as she walks, Rose is holding her hand and she looks up and says, Mommy, how did I get my name? Mom says, well, when your father and I had you on the way home from the hospital, as we were going out to our car, a petal of a rose fell on your head, and that was your
Wow,
name.
that's beautiful.
So then Lily, looking curious, looks up and says, Mommy, well, how did I get my name?
Are these triplets, or are they all the same age?
They're different ages.
Different ages.
And I says, well, when your father and I were walking out of the hospital, and they're on the way to the car, a lily petal just kind of came out of nowhere, fell on your head, and got you your name.
It's beautiful.
Cinderblock looks up and says,
Wow.
what do you think?
Well,
I
That
told you
could
it's
be on-
raunchy. You
that
said
could
to lead
be-
with raunch.
that could be on Mar for sure.
That's not making it to Mar.
That reminds me though of you told me to watch a Simpsons episode the other day, and there's
Yeah.
a great joke in it. It's the casino episode, and Marge gets addicted to slots.
Yeah.
And so now Bart has to take care of Lisa and her school project, and she's asking him to help her become a state for their geography pageant.
Homer's doing this.
Sorry, yes, Homer.
Yes, yes.
And that's part of my lore is I haven't seen any of the Simpsons. And
Yeah,
don't
Homer's
know
the
it that
bald
well.
dad. Yeah.
Homer's the bald dad.
Hey,
and
boy.
he says, it's basically like, it's always something with you. I do so much for you. First, I had to drive your mother to the hospital to give birth to you, and now this?
That is a really good
It's
line.
hilarious.
First I drove her to the hospital, and now this.
Oh, that's good. Okay,
We're having
that was a
fun.
good gripe. Tell us what you drank in Germany and elsewhere on your trip.
Well, I went to Oktoberfest, and at Oktoberfest, they have these big, giant tents of each of the kind of like German brewers. We talked in
Yes.
this show about German purity brewing law.
Reinheitsgebot.
Reinheitsgebot. And so I saw Eyinger, and
Nice.
some of the other Hofbrauhaus and whatever. Pick your Urquell. All these different
Nice.
types of breweries have huge, like 10,000 seat tents. And they got the Oompa bands, and you're on the table. Yeah. From
They're all playing.
They're playing a scooter. I don't remember what that is.
I think that's right.
Anyway, and it was great. But you just drink that beer, and that beer is just like a lager. So it's really not like it's really good beer, but you're not like discovering new super interesting beer.
Okay.
You're guzzling huge liter things. It's what
of
you think.
lager, right?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
The bar maidens come out. They're holding like 10 of them. Bang on the table, and then you have them, and it's wonderful.
That's great.
Then the rest of the trip we went to Vienna, Prague, Budapest, Bratislava, and all had beer. Beer was the thing for sure.
Sure.
And they all had really good beers. Austrian beers are good. It was a good drinking trip. I was so bloated the whole trip that I couldn't have that much beer, to be honest. I powered through at Oktoberfest and felt real
You
sick.
have to. You have to power through.
Every other time. Actually, it was a trip where I didn't drink that much because I was so like just not in a good gut health place.
Gotcha. It's tough to drink, especially keep drinking beer when your stomach's a
I
little
did my
on
best.
fritz.
I
believe you
I was
did.
able to do it. But yeah, no, wonderful trip, wonderful part of the world, really, when you think about it. And everyone should go. It's worth it. Honestly, the big thing about Oktoberfest was that it felt so old-fashioned, not in the sense of like how it looks and feels, but literally like no security lines. There's security there, but you're not in like some big long line going through metal detectors, and then it's like a digitized phone ticket from Ticketmaster, and no one knows how to beep it on the thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like rigid, like if you don't get in here at this time slot, and then you have to sit right there at that chair. It was just like, just fucking walk in. It's free to go to Oktoberfest. You go to any tent. People are like, come on. And you sit in these big tables. And I don't know. That was the coolest revelation, I think.
That's really cool. It's hard to find that now.
It is.
in America. It seems like, yeah.
You're never going to, it's either going to be because we're a violent, gun-riddled society and you can't do that, or B, everything's so commercialized that
Right.
you have to make sure we're enforcing every little ticket and promotional opportunity we can. There was like, this is genuinely a festival grounds, literally just walk in, and then once you get in the tents, you pay for the beer. That's how
Nice. How much were the beers, roughly?
the $10 or something, but for that big giant like liter stein of beer. And you can get like a half
Nice.
liter for like $9. They really want you to get the big one. But it's great. Yeah, I loved it.
Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Now that brings us to our next abomination. We have
boy.
the Kavanaugh Pumpkin Spice Irish Cream. Now, this is imported, Joey, from Ireland.
Where's that? That sounds good. Okay.
We got this beautiful orange bottle.
It's absolutely beautiful. This is a
Breathtaking.
beautiful bottle.
Yes. We're just going to do a little, because this is really a liqueur.
It's
This
supposed to go
certainly
in a-
does have dairy in it.
Yes.
So we'll keep it simple. Blended and bottled in Ireland, deliciously smooth and creamy.
Smooth.
Kavanaugh Pumpkin Spice Irish Cream is a limited edition blend of fresh dairy cream, smooth Irish whey spirit, and Irish whiskey, uniquely infused with natural autumnal flavors. Yeah, that's right.
I don't know what this autumnal flavor will do for my tummy, but I will give it a go. The Cinderblock joke you didn't like is too much.
It
You
was
know what
fine.
the joke was as it's going. You just don't know how I'm going to do the punchline. You know.
Sure. Nobody knew what the punchline was going to be. That's true. No, it was fine. It's not as good as the first one. You're right. It probably doesn't make it on Mar like the first one.
It doesn't make it on Mar.
No.
But does Kavanaugh Pumpkin Spice Irish Cream, does that make Mar? Is that the bar of Mar?
Yes. I think it's pretty good.
I think it's great.
This is also very eggnog-like. And yeah, again, would probably go good in a coffee or on some ice cream or in a milkshake.
I'll pour it on my fucking cereal. I will say, like, in terms of like subtlety of pumpkin spice flavor, I do think the Chardonnay is probably the most inherently
The most subtle?
subtle of just isolating the pumpkin spice flavor.
Okay.
This one might be the most pumpkin spicy, but works so perfectly with what the form factor is in Irish cream.
The creaminess,
that it's great.
just feels right for the flavor you're getting. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
that's a great sip. And
All three of these, I don't mind. None of them are awful.
Chardonnay's pretty awful in my opinion. But these last two we had, the pumpkin spiced spiked latte and the pumpkin spiced Irish cream, I could go for those. You put that in a coffee and do just all right.
It'd be lovely. This time of year, do you typically get like pumpkin spice lattes or anything like that?
No, if I'm doing like guilty pleasure coffee, pumpkin spice is not the flavor that's worth it for me. I don't really. I don't crave it. Peppermint, Jesus, tipping cups over. Peppermint lattes though, like
Yeah.
the Starbucks peppermint latte.
Yeah.
Come on,
Those are
it's
good.
it's 900 calories, but I do like it, and that I go
Got to
for.
give yourself one. Yeah. The things that are like maple flavor too, I usually go for. I like that this time of year. And yeah, I'll take a few sips of a pumpkin spice latte. You know,
I won't even take a few sips.
let my hair down a little bit.
Wow. That's good. Yeah, no, and also like the you know what my favorite kind of temporary flavor season is?
I want to know.
Never guess it.
I'm asking you now though, because I want to know.
Stay tuned after this. No, it's like shamrocky stuff.
Oh yeah,
I love
okay.
that shit. That's my
So you're
favorite.
a minty guy.
Love it.
overall.
Love when that stuff's around. I love when it's in the coffee drinks. Obviously, the McDonald's, the Shamrock Shake. I don't get that often, but if I'm gonna do something for McDonald's, I want that.
Yeah,
I'm a Shamrock
that's a good
man.
call. Shamrock man. The Shamrock can.
Yes.
Okay, give us a joke. We got our fourth drink coming up.
Okay, Joey's joke 3. Let's see if it lands better than the first two. Nick didn't really like the first two. Why did the blind man fall in a well, Nick?
Why did the blind man fall in a well?
This one's kind of a
He
classic.
couldn't see it.
He couldn't see that well. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
there we go.
You liked it. That one I got a legit little smile out
That's
of Nikki
fun.
Patry.
Now, why did you start doing these? Why did you start thinking that this was
Well,
a creative outlet for you?
as you know, we hired the marketing and PR firm recently that we hired.
Mar
Matt
PR.
Flunker, Mar PR. That he's delegated to Matt Flunker, who used to run our ones and twos.
Oh, yeah,
and
right.
is now making 8 figures on that. And so, with the wealth of money that we put in, we should talk about how much money we put in, and as
I'll
juxtaposed
ask
how much
about
money
your
we have.
W2 soon.
Yeah, when we do our classic W2 conversations every single Sunday.
Yes.
The market analysis came back and said, we're not being funny enough. We need to be funnier. So I said, what
Bring
if I
back
did
the
a
jokes.
segment called Joey's Jokes? They went off, they spent 6 months doing research, conducting polls, calling, texting, and online polls.
Oh, nice.
And we're within the margin of error if people would find that interesting.
Okay.
So I wrote, I stole some,
Sure.
I just jotted down 3 jokes. I have a 4th joke too, but it's not very good. But I have the
We'll have
first
to
3
say
that
it,
were
though.
really good. The first 3 were really good.
Right. Live
Okay.
polling is saying, I'm watching it now. Live polling is
The
saying
polling
that's
is
very
trending
good.
in the right direction.
Yes.
The data.
Yes. The data is trending.
Brian GPT is part of this. You guys should use
Are
it.
people still using Brian GPT on coldcans.cc?
The numbers are not strong.
Okay.
But if you go to coldcans.cc now, you can talk to Brian GPT and just get any of your questions answered. You could ask anything and he'll talk to you, and he's just totally open, besides things pending ongoing legal
Right.
investigations.
As you would expect
As you'd
from
expect.
any smart sort of assistant.
Yeah. So anyway, log on if you can, if you're able, if you understand how to log on.
Yes. And some people make you think you can't log off once you've logged on, but you can.
Some
if you
people
want
will make
to.
you think that?
Yeah. You can log off eventually.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. I'll have to talk about that later during a W2 conversation.
Sounds good.
What do you have here,
Our
Nicholas?
fourth and final drink, drink,
Nick!
is a Whip Shots brand vodka-infused whipped
God.
cream flavored
What
with pumpkin
fucking
spice.
corners of the world are you finding this shit? Are you finding this? Does this come through the screen like Poltergeist out of TikTok ads?
Yes.
Does this show
That's
up?
exactly it.
And an influencer literally hands it to you. Their hand comes out of the screen.
No, this is also Total Wine. They have a whole shelf of whip shots.
Whip shots. These are like whippets then, huh?
Yes. I think they're playing off of that, and we will get to that. Now, this
So we're going to
is
do whippets.
sponsored by Cardi B. She's on the little tag here, and there's a whole list of instructions you have to do in order to get this right.
Yeah. She's sort of got a dress a la the Katy Perry music video where she was shooting whipped cream out of her nipples.
Oh, okay.
That's what Cardi's kind of wearing here.
Yeah, she is sort of.
Slap
yep.
it, shake it, whip it.
Yes.
Okay.
Those are the general directions. Now, this says whip shots, whip it spiced with a blend of sweet pumpkin warm spices and ultimate ultra premium vodka, a delicious way to top off your cocktails and desserts or shoot straight in your mouth. And of course, make your lattes pumpkin spiced. Directions. First, slap it, turn upside down, slap it until you feel your whip shots drop.
That's. I thought we were going to do that later with the leader hosting going.
Come on. Number 2, shake it. Keep upside down, shake it up and down until you hear your whip shots go fluid. And then 3, whip it. Remove cap, turn all the way upside down, and press nozzle at an angle. So I got to slap this thing.
I have pressed a nozzle at an angle and shaken it until fluid appears.
I'm sure I
I'm
don't
familiar
know what
with
you mean.
that. I don't even have a joke. See, this is why the research. I didn't have anything there other than drawing a parallel to peeing.
I think it's good.
Okay, so
Okay,
you've
keep upside
slapped
down.
it.
I've slapped it. It's
Now
dropped.
shake it till that flavor
comes liquid.
goes fluid.
Goes fluid. I think this is like I used to help my dad, who was a football coach, paint the lines on a football field in
Yeah.
the summer.
Yeah.
And this is similar to that. You'd have to shake the can until the little marble inside is you can't hear it anymore because it's mixed the paint enough. This is very similar to that.
Maybe it's the same substance with a little booze in it.
I
Okay,
think
so you slapped it right. You
I
are
slapped
shaking it
it.
for an incredible amount of time. Let's get a picture of you shaking this. Just keep going here, Nicholas. Oh, he's done.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, this is hard to watch. All right, there you go.
okay. And do not refrigerate. That's very specific on here.
It's in all caps, even on this. Do not refrigerate.
Because you might think you should.
If you don't
but
want
you
it to be the
shouldn't.
last thing you do.
Okay. You want
Okay.
to go straight into the mouth, Joe?
Yeah, I guess I'll go right into the
Straight into the maw.
maw.
Let me get a video of this. All right, how is it? I'm very curious.
Oh, I'm high as shit. Ooh. Yeah, you did a whip it there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it tastes boozy for sure.
It's pumpkin spicy. I mean, it's creamy.
It's
It
not
is-
bad.
It is. It is what you'd put on, a latte or something. Well, how much alcohol is in this?
It's 10% ABV.
I don't even know what that means. It doesn't even compute to me because it's not. I don't know what the V is. The V is very strange. It's like
10% of
half
every
air.
bit you take.
Every cubic centimeter of it. Mm-hmm. Let's get a little more here. Ooh, pure whippet shot.
I think it's gonna be directly upside down, basically. Joey's just getting there. Yeah, you gotta shake it some more. Now my dog's become interested. She's over. See what's going on here.
There's nothing in there.
Oh, it's gone. No, this is funny because my dog, we give her whipped cream when we have like a ready whip can.
Tess, you can't have booze.
So she hears that sound and she's like, I'm in. No, you can't have this one.
Bring it over, she says.
It's no longer liquid, Joe. It's no longer fluid.
Shake it.
Do I need to slap it again?
This is a lot of work, Cardi. I don't know, man.
I agree. And all the instructions that go into it, too, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I will say that they had all the different flavors. You know, it's all weird stuff. This one was half the price of all the other ones. It feels like they're trying to get you in on their product.
Sure.
Try that.
You got some.
Joe went to the hand.
I like it.
Yeah, it tastes fine. I think on a drink that would be good. It is a lot of work, though. Can you get a picture of our lineup here now that everything's been revealed?
Yeah, now that there's no more surprises for old Joe, now he's got to take a fucking picture.
Let me get the Cardi B tag in there. There we go. Well, I'll tag Cardi B in the post as well.
She should be our spokesperson for this reinvigorated cold cans. Are you writing that down? Nick went right to his computer to write that as a note.
Yes, let me put that as a note to our
Get
lords.
Cardi B.
Yes.
Thanks, Nick, for writing that down.
Perfect.
Or Bill Maher, for that matter.
Yes. Maher PR. It's kind of, the upsell is to have Bill Maher appear on your show.
Yeah. Maher PR.
Maher PR.
I'll give you my last joke.
Please.
Why don't you ever see hippos hiding in trees?
They're just simply too big.
They're very good at it. Isn't
Joey.
that fun? Now, that one's a family-friendly joke.
Right.
You didn't like
that
it.
one's really good.
Thank you.
The kids will love that one.
If you guys have kids listening to this, message us if they went absolutely fucking ballistic in the back seat just now.
We should repeat that in a few seconds because they probably can't hear it right now over the laughter of their children.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Once everything calms down, pull over, folks. Pull over. Because they're very good at it.
Okay.
Now, we're done with the drinks, ostensibly. And yet, another cup comes out? Yeah. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? If I do my math right, there shouldn't be another cup. Whatever, I'll trust you.
Don't forget about the most important segment of our audience, Joseph. Yeah. We didn't even do Gen Alpha Corner yet.
Oh, Gen Alpha Corner. What do you got for me, Nicholas?
Come on.
Between all of this, Joey's jokes, I forgot about Gen Alpha.
This is the hottest trend right now. I'm getting some ice out to put in our cups.
Putting ice in a gallon Ziploc bag is a hot trend for Gen Alpha. They don't take much to please.
All right.
Gen Beta, maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That'll be the next one.
Gen Beta.
They're getting born right now.
But that has connotations to it, right? Like, you don't want to be a beta, you know?
Maybe that generation does.
So, we have one of your favorite drinks here.
That's a Diet Coke.
Big old 2-liter Diet Coke.
Yep. Love a 2-liter of anything.
And, yeah, what else? What else do you love a 2-liter of?
Mostly Diet Cokes.
Okay.
Mountain Dew heavy.
Sure. So
I got a 2-liter of Diet Pepsi the other day because it was part of a Papa John's promotion. It was more expensive not to get the 2-liter of Diet Pepsi. So we have it sitting in the fridge.
They would have given you that plus 20% coupon if you didn't get
and
the
I'm
Diet
sick
Pepsi.
Of those. Sick of those coupons.
Okay, so
not Joe Biden.
Pop Superstar. Actually, did you see Joe Biden taking bites of the babies dressed as turkeys?
No.
It was fun.
I mean, that's fun.
I thought it was hilarious. He was
funny. Yeah,
like
he's eating the
biting
turkeys.
their leg. Yeah, it was hilarious.
He's still funny. He's just
of course he is.
not
and
there
now
anymore.
He doesn't have to care anymore. So
yeah.
But anyway,
wow.
pop superstar Dua Lipa, who I don't
Yes,
even know
yes,
if she's
yes,
Gen
yes.
Alpha or not, revealed she drinks a drink consisting of Diet Coke, juice of jalapeno, juice of pickle juice, and then slices of these as well. But I think the primary thing is the juice of jalapenos and pickles with a Diet Coke. And for Gen Alphas in our lives, we're going to try it.
Yeah, I mean, this is Gen Alpha Corner. So we have Diet Coke. Nick's poured these into a glass. He's now pouring in, some what seemed to be too much jalapeno juice, and now he's got a Mount Olive brand. If you're looking out to mimic our what we're doing here, Mount Olive pickles,
Yes.
pickle juice he put in, and we used a Mizet brand sliced tamed jalapeno peppers. They're not wild;
right.
they've been tamed.
Yeah, there was one that was extra spicy, and this one's tamed. It's medium heat.
Spank them in their bare ass. Show these jalapenos discipline.
Okay, you want to mix that thing
Well,
up a little bit with your
we had to
finger?
put chunks into it.
Do you want to do that?
Well, what's authentic?
I don't think
what does
we
Dua
have
do?
to. I think Dua do that. We'll put a couple jalapenos in there. These are full kosher pickles, so it might be. These aren't slices like you would probably put in there, but yeah, get that big old dill in there.
You can use a pickle to stir. So we got a
Yes.
big dill boy in there and a couple of jalapeno slices. So let's. Well, now they're gone. But I was going to take a picture. They've kind of disappeared, disintegrated.
Here, we'll get them in the background of your pick.
Okay, so I mean, it mostly looks like Diet Coke.
Right. But we're kind of on the cutting edge of new culinary creations here.
Yeah, it's just,
Let's see how it is.
I feel young again. It's borderline, if not outright, undrinkable.
Yeah.
There's nothing about those flavors that mesh whatsoever.
No.
Dua, what do you do?
Yes. I don't want to hear that Lipa. Save the Lipa. Lipa.
Yeah, Lipa.
It tastes like something. It's like a hair of the dog type thing. Is what it tastes like.
Yeah, one
Like
of those
you're
like morning
hungover
after,
and you're gonna drink something like this.
you're gonna drink this when you're hungover.
You know what I mean?
Jalapeno
It's
juice,
like got some Bloody
Yeah.
Mary elements to it with the
the
brininess.
briny pickle
But
juice, but it's
man
in Diet
alive.
Coke.
Yeah.
Man alive, indeed.
Okay, that's probably.
Oh, Dua Lipa, what have you done to yourself? Stardom, stardom at a young age can really, really start to fork someone's psyche. Oh my!
I'm gonna. I do a Lipa into a well after if I have
Yeah.
to drink another one of these.
Yes. Unlike the blind man, you saw that well. That was your favorite of the four Joey's jokes, I think.
You've got your finger on my pulse, literally.
Always. Yes.
Okay, so this is probably
Oh!
not a drink again.
Never again. This means I'm out of touch with Gen Alpha.
Yeah,
I've
sorry.
done the mewing, I've done the looks maxing,
Yep.
hard and soft looks maxing. And now I've tried Dua Lipa's Diet Coke, jalapeno pepper juice, and organic baby dill pickle juice mix, and I feel
You've
out of
fallen
touch.
off. Yeah, you're falling off.
Huh. I
Well-
don't know about this at all.
It's not
Maybe some booze would help it.
a little whip shot out in the top. would
Cardi, what do
solve
you think?
Everything.
Cardi and Dua, huge rivals.
Yes.
What do you think, Cardi? Put a little pumpkin on this? I'm going to keep drinking it.
I've been sipping it the whole time because I think the Diet Coke is still there enough where it's somewhat drinkable to bring to the tongue, but then once you have it in your mouth, it's pretty bad.
There is, though, like, objectively clashing flavors is a thing, and they clash here. They do not complement one another.
Yeah.
This is ice cream on pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
It's like those are two things you like, but you shouldn't put them together.
Yeah.
Something's
Maybe
really
if I would have
off.
gotten the hot jalapenos, that
probably
would have
it.
made all the difference. Okay.
I know Dua's
Next time.
Dua, if you're listening out there, hot or tamed, what do you do?
Right.
Go
You got to
to
clarify a little
coldcans.cc
bit.
and send us an email,
Yeah.
please.
Brian will forward the email to us.
Yeah.
Okay, we've reached the part of the show, Joseph, where we have to rank these four drinks that we did somewhat enjoy, not the Diet Coke and jalapeno juice.
Yep.
I want to hear, what's your least favorite of these?
By far the pumpkin spice Chardonnay. It didn't work. It's not even a good idea. but I'm proud of New Bright
It's
Vineyards.
seasonal.
I'm proud of New Bright Vineyards for hiring a marketing team. It's like, what if we put that on that?
Right.
And, they did it and they manufactured it. Ostensibly whoever created this vineyard decades ago didn't see this coming someday. The pumpkin spice Chardonnay.
It's tough out there. We all have to.
It is tough.
Do what we can to get by.
It is.
My dog didn't like that one either.
No. So that's an all-time bad drink. If you were going to mix it with any white wine, I guess you'd do Chardonnay, but you should not mix pumpkin spice with any white wine. I agree, Tess. I agree.
Yep.
So that's my last. What's your last?
That's going to be my last two. Yeah, I think the other three are very close for me, but that one is easy to say no, thank you, because the other ones you're going to have a small amount of, and you'll be fine having done that. But
Tess disagrees.
Chardonnay.
She wants the pumpkin spice Chardonnay right in
Okay,
the old dish.
I might. Yeah, she's pissed because she heard the whipped cream can and she didn't get any. She
should get a little booze in her. It's okay, Tess. Yeah, the next three get harder. I'm still staring at them.
Yeah. Do you need to revisit any of them, Joe?
Well, it's all gonna beat whatever the hell I'm
Tainted
drinking
a little
here.
bit by the
Big old pickle sticking out of here.
tongue coated by the dill pickle.
Good Lord, I
And
got a picture of
jalapeno.
this too.
There you go.
Yowza.
That's the one.
No, I have my. Gosh, I have my number one, and I'm
Okay.
just kind of waffling between 2 and 3.
Okay.
What are you doing in your mind, in that beautiful, beautiful mind of yours?
I think I have my order. Yeah.
Okay. Should we do 3?
Reveal.
3,
drop
2, 1?
drop your piss flap on your lederhosen.
I'll drop my
before I do.
lederhosen and I will bear all. Number 3 is going to be the Cardi B's Whippets. They're kind of not a drink, so they kind of don't belong here. And if this Chardonnay was not so offensive, I might even DQ it. However, it does belong in a drink. It's an ingredient, and it's not bad. It was a lot to just even get it out of the can.
Yeah.
Like, they should figure that out, and that gave it some serious marks against it from my perspective.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing of why it falls to third is because it just is so hard to get any of. We followed all the instructions.
And we drove your dog crazy.
We drove the dog crazy. And we
Yeah.
still only got 2 or 3 little whippets out of it before it died.
Yeah, something was off with that. Maybe, did you refrigerate it?
I did not.
Okay. Then number 2 for me is the iced pumpkin spice spiked latte. I thought it did a pretty good facsimile of a spiked latte. Obviously no coffee flavor in it, though, so that's where it
Right.
gets its marks. Obviously leaving the number 1 for me, the pumpkin spice Irish cream. I just think that works absolutely perfectly if you're going to drink pumpkin spice in your drink.
Yeah, those are the same for me actually. So we are aligned on this. The Kavanaugh pumpkin spice, the creaminess of it really does sell it. It makes it feel like this type of year drink, like eggnoggy or like a Bailey's type drink. So yeah, that's my number 1 as well.
We had the same. Wow.
We are fully aligned, Joe.
When it comes to our pumpkin spice palette, we are completely aligned.
Yes.
But now,
Leave politics aside. Leave religion aside. On this case, we are aligned.
we're aligned, and we encourage folks out there to vote. I'm voting. Been very clear that
Very
I'm voting
bold
for
of you,
Biden.
Joe.
If you put the Diet Coke pickle jalapeno drink in the mix, where would it be, Nick?
That one's gonna come in at a solid number 5.
5 for me too. Should we get out of here? Blow this joint
Let's
before
get
Tess
out of here. I
mauls
know.
us
I don't
to
want to
death?
edit this episode, so that's why I'm not stopping to shut her up. But yes, we'll get out of here now.
She needs some whippets.
She needs to whip it, don't we all?
Happy Halloween, folks.
Happy Halloween as we head into the Thanksgiving season.
Wow. Who knows what's in store for Thanksgiving's episode of Cold Canned? Turkey juices.